This is the secret to growing a small account step by step. I'm going to show you everything you need to know how to grow a small account. You're not going to want to miss this video. If you're really trying to fine-tune your options trading skills and grow a small account, you need to start with the small amount of around $2,000. $2,000 to $3,000 to me is the sweet spot for small account growth and challenges. The expectations on a small account, when we're referring to how much profit should I make over maybe a 6-month period, well, the expectation should be extremely small. You should be aiming, let's just say you start with a $2,000 account, you should be aiming for around $20 to $40 of profit a day. If we were to multiply that by 180, you would double the account and you would make some consistent gains. Of course, that's not going to happen and you're going to take losses over time, but you should be expecting very, very minimal gains. You want to know why it's important to have such small expectations? Let's talk expectations and intentions. What's the intention of the small account? Well, it's to grow into a large account. But if your expectations are set to hit a home run every single time, I'm going to double this account daily, you will fail. You will fail miserably. It is extremely unrealistic. You need to start small, continue the education curve, the equity curve, and learn everything as you go. And doing that is by having tight risk management. Remember, I always say risk management is emotional management. And when you start off with practicing those really good habits, you will be consistent and successful long term. A lot of people, I can't tell you, I may have seen 1,000 traders fail just by having the wrong mindset of, I need to grow this quickly. What we want to do is teach you how to take a small account to the next step, encompass all the strategies, all the discipline and everything that has come with it, and being able to take that and use it and apply it to your everyday trading when you turn this 4-figure account into a 5-figure account. For a small account, I think it's almost extremely important you start off with a cash account. No margin, because you don't want to dip into margin or even have the unrealistic expectations that you have more buying power than you do. You should start with a cash account over a margin account. You should start by trying to grow the small account incrementally day over day by the $20 to $40 mark if you're day trading. If you're swing trading, you should aim for that $100 a week mark. But starting on platforms, my personal setup, I use Robinhood, Thinkorswim, or Webull. For my small account challenges, I usually use Thinkorswim because they're very good with switching from cash to margin and margin to cash if needed. Overall, a broker is just personal preference. I don't give a shit which broker you use. Just make sure you understand the broker, you're comfortable with the broker, you know how to fill and exit orders quickly and simply. That's all that matters. It's all personal preference. Anyone who tells you another broker is better than another broker is an idiot. You should have some sort of charting software. If your broker doesn't have a very good and complete charting software, you should learn to use something like TradingView or one of those other charting software companies as well. But to get started, all you need is a broker that you're comfortable with, a charting software, and $2,000. First thing a trader should do when starting an account, day one, your $2,000 is loaded up. You have the options buying power readily available. The first thing you should do is be in the charts trying to identify your first trade and have your trading plan already drawn out. For me, the step-by-step way that I started my small account challenge recently was I want to buy naked calls and naked puts for my first $1,000 in profit, and I was aiming for $30 a day. And what I did was I had set up in a very established trading plan where my R to R multiple, my risk to reward ratio was outstanding. So for every trade I lost, I was only willing to lose $100, but I was aiming to make well over that mark. So the whole point of growing a small account is teaching you the discipline, the risk management, the risk to reward multiple that you need, and the emotional awareness to really start getting that in those important factors into play that are going to help you. Because if you can't manage a $2,000 account, you can't manage a $20,000 account, and so on and so forth. I'll tell you the best way to get started. I would say your first challenge would be this. Find your favorite $5 stock. Like mine is Labu. Labu is by far my favorite, most favorite stock, and the one I've been most profitable on long term. If you were to take your small account, buy 2 or 300 shares of Labu, sell one covered call against those 2 or 300 shares. So if you had 300 shares, you sell 3 covered calls. If you were to do that, week over week for the first 3 or 4 weeks. That's all it takes. You would have just made around $200 to $300 in passive income. And that $200 to $300 could be your stepping stone to start practicing the other option strategies, using profit to compound profit without ever having to risk your initial equity that you put into that account. I challenge you to start. It teaches patience. It allows you to build a trading plan. It allows you to fine tune the one, maybe 2 strategies that you need to succeed in growing a small account. If you've successfully traded month 1 and you've moved on to month 2, I like to use the $1,000 landmark. It's a very high, maybe unrealistic, but in reality, your $2,000 account should be around $2,500 to $2,800 at this point. And now that you're on month 2, what you should do is start switching up the strategy a little bit now that you have more equity to work with. One of my go-to moves is when I switch into a new month or I hit a landmark of 20% gains in the account, I go back to the initial passive income approach. How can I sell some more covered calls or cash secured puts, grow some more equity in the account, and use that equity to practice an additional option strategy? The main focus from month 2 is to double the amount that you made in month 1. So if you made $500 profit, your goal should be to make $500 profit that month 2. The first 2 months are very slow. They are meant to build the emotional training and the guidelines that are going to govern the rest of your account through time as you fine tune a strategy. That is it. The profit is irrelevant. Let me say that again for you. The profit in your first 2 months is absolutely irrelevant. It's about everything else that you're building that's going to come and create profit later on, way down the road. Risk to reward ratio. So this is one of the great debates. Everyone always says, oh, the number's 3 or, oh, the number's this. But in reality, risk to reward ratio, you should just have it positive in some way. The way I do it is I know mentally that if I were to put in my small account $200 on a trade, I don't want to lose more than 60 to 80 bucks on that 200. If I were to put that 200 out there and I was willing to lose 60, I probably want to make 200 to 300 on that trade. So I'm able to lose 4 and make on the 5th. If you have a good risk to reward ratio and you start to become consistent, you're going to start seeing some realistic gains. Even though it is, some people say, oh, I'm not going to get 100% every trade. That is correct. But if you were to tighten that risk management all the way down to the fractional side where at a $200 trade, I'm only willing to lose $20, but on a $200 trade, I want to make $60. That's that 3-to-1 risk reward ratio that you have. Risk to reward ratio, some people think if I have a $100,000 account, I can only put a $300 trade out there. That is incorrect. You can put $50,000 out on a trade, but if you're only willing to lose the $300, it's the same principles that are at play. So having a tight risk to reward ratio on the risk side is more important. A lot of newer traders have a problem of letting the reward side go too early, cutting their winners, but we're going to teach you how to get a control over those emotions and not let that happen in your small account. Your $2,000 account should be around $3,000. If you did everything right for the first 60 days, your $2,000 account should be around $3,000. You should be fine-tuning absolutely 1, no more than 2 strategies. You should have built a trading plan that's working for you with an established risk to reward ratio, entry and exit criteria. After that, all you need to do is practical exercise by entering the trades, exit the trades. You should be comfortable with your broker, your trading software, and you should be using a selling option strategy to where if you find yourself in a situation where the growth or something's not working, you can still build equity passively and use that compounded equity to get back into the game. Month 3 to 4, this is where I feel like most traders quit. This is the emotional state. So month 3 to 4 comes. Maybe you're not finding that success. Maybe you took the $2,000 account to 3,000, but then you dropped back down to 2,000. This is where a ton of traders say, I can't do this anymore. It's not working. I didn't make $1 million off my 2,000 yet. This is the time where you need to be focused in and you need to push the gas pedal harder. This is where everyone else quits. 90% of traders give up on that 3-month mark, but you're not going to do that because you have the strategies that once got you that $1,000. You have the emotional awareness, the training, everything is working. It's just not going to go in your favor sometimes. That's part of trading. No trader has ever just gone straight up. It's a very fucked up looking staircase with knives that shoot out of the walls. So month 3 to month 6, this is the gas pedal stage, I would call this. This is taking everything you learned in the first 2 months that are working, and this is putting it to the test, not quitting, using the rest of your shit to grow and continue these strategies to make it so you can get rid of that doubt, that confidence lacking, that everything that you just lost. Month 3 to month 6, this is how you're going to get it back. Well, if you're winning, I'll tell you right now, if you've done a good job in the small account, right? The way you'll know you do a good job is because you're still trading. You're still trading and you still have over $2,000. If you have $2,001 after 6 months, congratulations. You are doing well. You are doing so fucking good. And you should continue to do what you have been doing because inevitably it's going to click. It's like snowboarding. You snowboard the first day, you fall 1,000 times, you bruise your ass, everything sucks, you don't want to do it again. You go out the second day, you're so sore, I hate snowboarding, I never want to go out here again. Then you go out the third day and it just clicks and you're like, oh shit, I can shred. Oh shit, look at me carving. Oh shit, I don't need anyone's help anymore. I can get off the lift just fine. It's the same thing with trading. By the time you hit that mark where it just clicks, my strategy, I'm hitting 5 or 6 trades now out of 10. My risk to reward, it's tight every time. It's black and white. When you go to take a piss, you automatically flush the toilet. When you go to take a trade, you automatically follow your trading plan. When we get to that point where it just switches like this, you're going to be successful. Congratulations. While everyone else quit, you didn't get unmotivated. You kept doing what you're supposed to do. You kept switching up the strategies and you kept fine-tuning it, making it yours, getting control over the emotions, and now you're on your path to be a successful long-term trader. What happens if you fuck up? What happens if you just, in month 3, you just have that negligent emotional lapse? You fucking break your trading plan because you're a human and you drop $1,000. Let's just say you went to 25 and now you're at 1,500, 500 down from where you started. Guess what? This is okay. There's no reason to dig yourself a deeper grave or get more emotional. You take a step back, you take a breather, you find out what happened, you write it down and you assess, and you never do that shit again. You hold yourself accountable and you get right back into your trading plan and you slowly nip away at those losses. When you are in losses, you go even slower. So now your $30 to $60 per day profit is now maybe $20 a day until you make back the 500. You slow it down, you build that confidence back up, you keep fucking driving forward. That's how you should handle losses. You don't quit, you don't get discouraged, and you definitely don't get more emotional and just dig your grave deeper and deeper. A lot of people take losses and they try and, oh my God, I need to make this 500 back right now or I'm going to fail. That's bullshit. You need to take it slow. Don't try and hit a home run the next day or two because, as I keep saying, that's just going to cause deeper losses and you're going to go down this terrible spiral that nobody wants to be in. You need to slow it down, take a step back, reassess, and chip away at it slowly and consistently. Yeah, I mean, if you're a few months in and you're doing good, right? Let's just say you crushed it. Now your account's at $4,000 or $5,000 now. Maybe you doubled the account. What you should be doing at this point is you should start sectoring off the small account. $2,000 of it should be allocated to cash secured puts and covered calls in my mind. Selling options is king. Selling options provides the passive income for you to do the options buying to grow a small account and begin learning and eclipsing everything trading, right? So you should have a portion of your account selling options. You should have that tight risk to reward strategy where you're buying options. And you should be using these multiple option strategies simultaneously to continue growth. One of them is bringing in passive income. One of them is compounding the income. Once you compound the income, because you've become a good trader now over the 6 to 8 month mark, you take that back and reinvest. It's what begins the circle of trading: passive income, compounding income, reinvest. And that's where you should be at. And you can do this at any stage in your small account period. And this alone, taking this passive income route into the buying route, back into the option selling route, this will naturally progress your account into a 5-figure account over time. A good goal from here, after you hit the 6-month mark and you did it, you've pushed through the point where everyone else quits, you've learned how to trade, you have the trading plan, you have multiple option strategies that you're comfortable with. A great goal from here is to do absolutely nothing different. The goal should be to do what got you here over and over and over again, holding yourself accountable throughout the entire process. The only thing you should learn from here is that you've taken your $2,000 account maybe to $2,050, maybe it's at $5,050. The next goal should be to keep incrementally growing that account from $5,000 to $6,000, $6,000 to $7,000. Don't begin to have those unrealistic expectations of, okay, now I could take 5 to 25 in a month. That's bullshit. Keep that same small, consistent outlook, chipping away at those smaller goals consistently over time will equal those big goals that you've been wanting to get. There's one thing that all successful traders have in common, and that's they take paychecks. And when should you start taking a paycheck on your small account? Well, that should probably come as soon as you hit a profitable landmark. So for me, if you're not going to take a paycheck, you need to take some of the income and move it towards a reinvesting plan, because that can produce a paycheck. So my favorite stock is only $5, maybe $6. So every $600 in profit I make, I can buy 100 shares of my stock Labu, and I could sell one covered call, and that becomes my passive income paycheck. I could take $600, go buy 40 shares of AT&T and start collecting a dividend paycheck. Or I can take my $600 and pull out 300 cash. Regardless, if you don't have a reinvesting plan, you should have a payment plan to start building the pay yourself first trading or financial strategy. The pay yourself first financial strategy is so crucial to your long-term trading success. So many traders fail before they ever took out $1 of their own money. You should not do that. You should begin that practice right after you hit your very first trading goal. Taking that account from $2,000 to $2,500, you should begin either reinvesting, taking a paycheck, or a mixture of both. But that pay yourself first financial strategy is crucial to your success in this small account challenge and growth. If I had to give you my best piece of advice, it would be don't quit and don't get discouraged. It's totally okay if you bring a small account from $2,000 to $2,500, back to $2,000, back to $2,500 to $2,000. Do not get discouraged. Keep fine-tuning one or two strategies. Keep the emotional training going. Keep everything that you're doing and remember your goals. Chip away at them piece by piece. Start implementing your trading plan, following your trading plan, and growing into a trader. It takes years to become successful. So the fact that you can go months without losing money is very, very awesome and successful in itself. So don't get discouraged. Don't quit. Never fucking settle, and grow that small account over time with realistic expectations. Well, if you are trying to grow a small account and you have made it all the way to the end of this video in the step-by-step, I can tell you this. We do small account challenges and growth concepts at Max Options Trading. I have personally done dozens of small account challenges, and my success rate is well above 90% for every one of them, because I take it slow. I implement the strategies that I've learned over the last 5 years of trading full time, and taking it all the way to the newbie level and breaking it down to that very Barney style level that every new trader can understand. MOT can help you because we are here for you 24 hours a day. Any questions, concerns, everything you need, everything you want to grow in that small account, we're here to help you any way possible, really. I mean, it's that simple. If you're having trouble with your emotions, let's talk about emotional awareness and risk management. If you're having trouble trying to figure out your risk to reward ratio, well, let's talk about what you're comfortable with. Everything can be curated to you to make you succeed, because it's not my account that I'm trying to grow. It's yours. So MOT, we're here to help you curate any problems you're having, nip them in the ass, and get you on the right track. Someone should join Max Options Trading with a small account challenge, because Max Options Trading is fucking known for the small account challenge. That's one of the reasons we grew. That's one of the reasons that people consistently come to us. They come with the small account challenge looking for growth. I recently just took account from $1,500 to $5,000 in just 2.5, 3 months. And that kind of growth is life-changing for some people who are trying to take that 5,000 to the next step. If you want to learn how to do it consistently, time over and time over, then you need to come on Max Options Trading. It's not I want to come to Max Options Trading. It's I need to be in Max Options Trading, because he's going to bring me to that next level. You know, hold on. Another thing I want to add. Small accounts are so fucking stressful. They are. It is so much easier for me to grow a $100,000 account to a $200,000 account. It is. It sucks to take a $2,000 account to $3,000. It is a brutal experience if you don't beat yourself with fucking training, education, emotional awareness, risk to reward, right? Like those things are going to bring you to the next step. I just wanted to say that. I wanted to bust it down for you. Bust it down, Tatiana. Hey, bust it down, Tatiana. Hey.